Foundations brings us Krusty Koma with a nutload of abilities. Trample can't be countered, and when it deals damage to a player, we make 4 tokens. But the best ability of all, Ward 4. So unless our opponent has an extra 4 mana, everything that targets Koma gets countered. Koma is very good with Goryo's Vengeance, reanimating it with haste. But the downside of being a reanimator deck is that after sideboarding, we are going to face a Bukake of Graveyard Hate, making reanimating almost impossible. But fortunately for us, after game 1 we swap out Goryo and replace it with Lotus Bloom, allowing us to cast Koma on turn 4, which is great because Koma can't be countered. In order to be flexible enough to switch strategies, we have well-rounded cards like Second Frog, which we can use to discard, or we can draw a card every turn by backing Frog up with counter, like Counterspell, Force of Negation, and Spell Snare. To throw stuff in graveyard, we have the Taint, to draw to and discard, as well as the new card Kiora, who draws and discards, and if she attacks the 7 cards in graveyard, we make an 8/8 token. In addition to Koma, we have Griselbrand himself, which draws 7 cards, great to reanimate, or cast a Lotus Bloom. Lastly, we have removal, Preordain to dig, Thoughtseize to discard, and Orcish Bowmasters to blow. Number sideboard. We have Colorless Hate, Storm Hate, Graveyard Hate, Artifact Enchantment Hate, and Daddy's favorite Weenie Hate. That's a deck. Be sure to stick around, because the winners of the giveaway will be announced in this video. But first, this video is sponsored by Arcane Rush Battlegrounds. You can download it for free by scanning the QR code on screen, or through the link in the description below. This is a game where you battle your opponents with cards and has a nutload of similarities to Magic. Like creatures, each card has an attack, defense, and some ability. The idea is to find combos between the abilities of these cards to beat all your opponent's creatures and win the game. There is a ton of strategy involved, and just like in Magic, each card has a cost. Every turn that passes, you get a certain amount of gold, and you have to decide how you're going to spend that gold. Each card costs 3 gold, but you can also choose to pay to shuffle these cards and pick new cards. At the very start of each game, you select a hero that gives some kind of unique ability. This is very much like how commanders work in Magic, and because the hero options you choose from appear randomly, each game feels very different. As for the abilities of the cards, which is the most important thing, the easiest way to find cards that work together is to choose cards of the same race. There are 7 different races in Arcane Rush with over 100 cards. There are dragons, which are Daddy's favorite, and just like in Magic, dragons have the ability called Devour, where you sacrifice another card to make that card stronger. And so by doing this every turn, by the end of the game, you get these really strong creatures. Some cards have triggered abilities when they die, so comboing that with Devour is super good. As for the other races, there are orcs, dwarves, neutrals, undead, demons, elves, and the latest pirates. The pirates are super cool because they have these abilities with bounty and plunder. They first put a bounty on an enemy card, and when the enemy is killed, you get a treasure. And these treasures give bonuses like give all pirates +1/+1. This pirate update adds 70 new cards to the game, as well as a new dealer called Tuck. Each dealer is basically a new game mode with different units. This helps add a ton of variety to the game so it never gets old. If you love Magic, you'll love Arcane Rush. It's free, so give it a try. Click the link in the description below to download, or scan the QR code on screen. And now it's back to the video. Opening hand with Goryo, we'll keep. Oh my gosh, do you see what's on the top of our library? Surveil Koma to graveyard. They play Pride, and we play Goryo. And I'm up for 8. And that might be the fastest game ever. Going into game 2, so we're gonna all this for all this, and that's going to. Opening hand, the curve is awful. Mole. Lotus with no lands. Mole. Oh, and 1 land. I guess we'll keep. Opponent plays Pride. Rating pool for us. So do we want a Spell Snare? Or just push? I think push is fine. Opponent tries to swing. No pussy for you. And the Thoughtseize. Taking a frog. And they discard us again. Preordain. They know it's Spell Snare, but I suppose we'll hold it up anyway. Opponent shocks. And plays Flage. Kinky Kiora. We'll first dig. Bowmaster is a little late for that. So we'll instead find a land. Oh no, Arena Glory Holes. They bring back Flage with haste. And yet they have us. Play with Settle Things game 3. Opening hand is kind of stinky, we'll maul. And we can work with this, we'll keep. We shall dig. Finding Bowmasters. Oh, with the Thoughtseize. Taking our Bowmasters. We draw pick your poison. And now we must pass. Ooh, opponent plays Vacuum. To fondle our graveyard. Here for the push. Kinky Kiora, but for now we'll pass. And they start hitting our graveyard. Good for them. Opponent plays Pride. And another Pride. We'll push 1. Frog. We'll play Frog. And then we'll pass back. Opponent plays Raptor. Finding Duress. Feels bad, but we'll double discard, so that our opponent can't take anything. Another Pride for opponent. And Spell Snare for us. We'll have to pass. Oh, Flage. We really need to land this Endurance. They target us and not Frog. Oh, because they don't attack. And they make their weenies. Bowmasters will take it. They'll really need a land. So we'll go flying. So you try and find a land. Darn, not a land. This is so racist. But no land for opponent. We'll put up Bowmasters. And they take our Endurance. And we have Raptor. Hitting a Duress. Someone passes. And now we do find a land. But if they find theirs, we'll get Flage. Might as well play Kiora. Hitting Lotus Bloom. A little late for that. So we'll discard it. And get flying. Getting in for 4. And now I must clench. If we can just survive this turn, then Mama will finally love me. Opponent plays Johnny. They swing in. Trying to flip a Johnny. We'll take it. They go for more discard, but we'll discard first. And victory is ours! Our opponent was so proud of their discard and Graveyard Hate that they forgot about our real threats. What a fantastic start. Now it's on the next match. Opening hands is still right, but we'll keep. Oh, Griselbrand and Taint. We'll take Griselbrand and bottom our Taint. Opponent passes. We'll play Frog. Oh, it's a Storm deck. Come on, land for daddy. Oh, even better. Discard Griselbrand and Goryo. We'll swing. Unload our hand. Draw 7. again, and load some more. And we'll be full. Going into game 2, Storm usually doesn't have graveyard hate, so let's bring in this for this, and with that's going to. Opening hand can be good, we'll keep. Ooh, Spell Snare. Opponent passes, and we surveil a Koma. And our opponent just gives up. Rightfully so, because who can blame them? We're clapping cheeks like there's no tomorrow. So that's the next clapping. Opening hand's pretty strong, we'll keep. With double Goryo. All we need is a big creature. Opponent starts off with Leyland Axe, which can give double strike and trample. And it's hammer time. So when equipment enters, they can attach it for free. Land. For now, we'll hold up our Taint and pass. Another Cigar Aid. And Ink Moth. Taint time. Finding nothing. And another push for us. We'll play Frog and pass. Uh-oh, they animate Ink Moth. They swing in the air. We'll give our Frog flying. And block. They try for hammer. But we push. Ooh, counterspell. We still swing. Finding more land. Opponent plays Urza Saga. So next turn they can start making constructs. Paladin. We'll counter. We'll surveil. Graveyard to Goryo. Ooh, Koma. Discard Koma. ReAnimate. We'll swing. Ooh, Preordain. We'll dig. Finding Griselbrand. And our opponent accepts their fate. Going into game 2, hammer doesn't usually have much graveyard hate, so we'll rely on memory without going 2. Opening hand, Koma and Goryo. We'll keep. What Ocelot Pride? What a surprise. We'll push. And now our cheeks are wide open. Ooh, where's the Saga? And Cigar Aid. Plus they can find their graveyard hate. Ooh, like a frog. Like a frog. Opponent plays Ink Moth. But now it's time for kinkiness. Discard Koma. Play Goryo. And I'm afraid. Opponent make a construct. Well, we have trample. Fabulous. They could try attacking in the air here. Opponent's half out to make a construct. They might find Pithing Needle, so that we can activate Frog. We'll discard now while we can. Opponent plays Hammer. But with a dumpster fire of hand, our opponent gives birth to a fart. So now it's on the next match. Opening hand, 1 land. But we have a Thoughtseize. And we could Thoughtseize ourselves, and then hope for land with Goryo. That seems really derpy-derp, but we'll try it. Thoughtseize ourselves. Discarding Koma. Opponent passes. Darn, not a land. Our opponent must be relieved. Ah, shoot, they're blue deck. Oh, not that blue. But we can't play stuff on their turn. Otherwise, we'll make a chonky token. Come on, land for daddy. It is a land, but not the one we need. Better than nothing, though. Might as well push. Opponent with Skyclave? Oh my gosh, how desperate are they? They saw our first Goryo because we revealed it when we Thoughtseize ourselves. So are they playing Skyclave because they know they're clapped? Or because they have Force of Negation in hand? Let's find out. Play Goryo. No Endurance. And in the main deck, dang. Another voice. One passes. Not looking great. We'll put out our Taint. And hope they have us. Our opponent's so lucky. Going in game 2 is giving us a switcheroo. Bringing in all this for all this. I'm asking me to. Opening hand, 1 land again. We do have a Lotus, so I suppose we'll keep. We'll confuse our opponent with Lotus and pass. One passes. Oh, that's not a land. There's voice again. And that's not a land either. Ooh, Birthing Ritual. So every turn they can sack a creature to find another creature. They sack voice or Sanctifier. The more graveyard hate they have, the better. Cast our Lotus. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. As bad as this feels, we'll need to buy some time. Play Kiora, and that is a land. We'll then drop Frog and pass. Opponent books Solitude, taking out Kinky Kiora. But they don't attack. They find a Rallier. Another Frog for us. We'll give Frog flying, so we can draw a card. Take your poison, okay. Now we just need a green land. We'll play another Frog and pass. Oh, Deputed Attention. Temporarily exiling both our frogs, so we really need a land here. Which has been the story of the match. All we need is 1 land. We'll take it. Time to wipe. Getting back our frogs. Opponent exiles Skyclave. I really gotta deal with that ritual. Luckily they don't use it. We'll land for us. We'll swing. Oh, blocks. Alright, we'll discard. No ritual for you. We'll hold up counter and pass. They try for Skyclave, but we counter. Opponent passes. Ooh, no frog. We'll swing. Discarding Koma to buff. And another frog. We'll play 1 and pass. Opponent plays voice. Ooh, and Skyclave. They lose a frog. Who to lose? We'll hold off on it for now. Give frog flying. Drawing counterspell. We'll play frog. And push for voice. So we get a token. Knight of Autism. They buff. Our opponent must be so proud. We'll take 3. Our opponent might have endurance here. So to try and draw it out, we'll give 1 frog flying. Swing for 1. And they do have it. They get rid of our graveyard. Opponent blocks. And now we wipe. How wonderful. Opponent plays voice. Lands. We'll swing. Opponent takes it. Push for voice. And we take game 2. Game 3 and 1 land. Oh, we do have Deluge, so we'll keep. And we top deck Lotus. We'll Koma. We'll put that one in graveyard. And freak out our opponent. Opponent's ritual. We land. So do we Thoughtseize or play Frog? Frog's in smart. Let's see if they can remove it. No Recruiter. They find Chartless Agent and invoke Solitude. Good for them. Opponent finds Thera Paragon. So our opponent can cast off from graveyard. We draw Koma. But we're short on lands. We might as well Thoughtseize here. Even though Paragon can bring it back. Bring it back they do. Ooh, Finding Voice. If only we had a fetch. Their push could take out their angel. And graveyard take it for them. Come on, a fetch for daddy. Oh, not a fetch. A real slinky dinky. We be desperate. So we'll play Kinky Kiora. We do find a land. But their board is getting pretty massive. So instead of going for Koma, I think we gotta crack Lotus. So tragic. No Paragon. And no Endurance. Opponent swings. Risky, but we'll trade. Oh, we have Rallier. Bring back Voice. Oh, and Moth. That's really not good. Because of ReAnimate stuff. Like Kiora. Very stinky. And I just keep coming. In more ways than one. And no matter what we do here, we're unfortunately clapped. The mana screw in that match was intense. But that's how it goes sometimes. Quickly, here are the winners of the giveaway. And now it's on the next match. Opening hand, no lands will maul. And this just barely makes the cut. We'll keep. Opponent suspends through Lotus Blooms. So they're probably Belcher deck. Bowmasters for us. We'll play Frog. dog. Never mind. And they'll have at least 9 mana next turn. Well, might as well play Taint. Oh no. Maybe our opponent will forget to play something. Oh my gosh, a pass. There's hope after all. But not too much hope. We'll pass. Who passes? We'll blow our opponent. And there's Goryo. Well, they have 5 cards in hand, so I imagine our opponent will counter. But we'll try anyway. They do counter. Swing for 2. Uh-oh. They find Belcher. And deal lethal. So sad. Going into game 2 because they have so few creatures. We'll leave in 3 Goryo, but also bring in Lotus Bloom, and with that's going to 2. Opening hand's interesting. I guess we'll keep. Opponent suspends Lotus Bloom. Lucky. Who counterspell? We'll ready our Taint and pass. Someone digs. Ew, Flare Denial. So they could counter here. Would they like to? No. Who force? Perhaps they'd like to counter now. They do. Opponent digs some more. Finding Spell Snare. Another counterspell. And Daddy has a plan. As they play the Lotus Bloom, we'll hit it with Boseiju. Too bad they don't have lands in deck. Opponent digs more. Ooh, hunting Charbelcher. Now we find Lotus Bloom. We might as well suspend it. Ooh, Tameshi. With Lotus Bloom graveyard. That can make them a nutload of mana. We'll attempt counter. They counter our counter. Feels bad. But we'll counter the counter to our counter. Fishing Koma. But we still have 1 graveyard. And 3 Goryos left in deck. We draw land. So this is not a great spot. Because we can only counter one thing here. They go for Charbelcher. Attempt Force. Pact of Negation. So we have 1 turn to kill our opponent. Darn, we draw Lotus Bloom. Where were our Lotus Blooms on turn 1? Our opponent kept getting theirs. That's discrimination, I say. But Daddy's willing to forgive our opponent. Because Koma was a lot of fun. So 3-2 overall. So there we have it. How cool is Koma? We couldn't seem to get Lotus Bloom in our opening hand. So perhaps another card worked better. Daddy will have more Koma decks for you big boys. So be sure to check back soon. And until next time, stay with tech.